Hello everybody, welcome back to another Fallout 4 complete magazine location guide. Today I'm going to be showing you guys where you can find all the issues of the Astoundingly Awesome Tales magazines. There are 14 in total, and yeah, let's cover all 14. So, the first issue I'm going to bring you is in the location of Hubris Comics, which is in downtown Boston, right there. It's very close to Swan's Pond and the big tower, things like that. But you'll see it a mile away, really, when you actually come down one of these side streets. There's Sanctuary, anyway, as a point of reference. And there is where we are heading. So, Hubris Comics. So, enter Hubris Comics, and it's on the very, very top floor. Now, just bear in mind when you first walk in, there is the Grognox axe in the display case on the left-hand side to pick up, as well as the Grognox costume at the top floor where we're heading. This place is full of ghouls, but you've just got to basically make your way around till you head to the top floor. It's really not that hard. There's about 3 or 4 floors, but the top floor is up here. There's a glowing one up here as well in this film set, so be careful. But go to the room with the gold star on it, and there is your Outstandingly Awesome Tales magazine right there, sat on a desk. Now, this one will let you do 5% damage with the alien blaster. So that's quite handy. If you found the alien blaster weapon, you could do a bit more damage with it. But yeah, that is number 1 of 14. Now, number 2 is located at the Pigman Gallery, which is just northeast of where we just were, of Boston. It's just below Bunker Hill. You'll see it right here on the edge of the island. So you've got to come around the back and into Pigman Gallery. Now, this is quite a long one. You've got to run quite a long distance, but we're basically going to be hunting down the owner of this gallery, who's a bit of a twisted guy and quite dangerous, really. But, yeah, if you come into his gallery, on the right-hand side, you'll see a door there. You will need to lockpick this door to get into it, but once you do, you can come down here and just basically follow where I do. It's quite a long run, like I said, and there's loads of raiders, and we're just going to be heading for the place we need to be. So you jump down into this little part here, run through and up. You're basically just going to follow the way all the way around. Like I said, it's a bit of a long run, but eventually we're going to be heading for the guy in question, and you're supposed to save him, really, kill some raiders that are after him, even though if he is twisted. And there is a bobblehead down there as well, and your magazine will be down there. So you're waiting for this drop down here, and like I said, there'll be raiders to kill here, and if you don't kill him and help him, he will reward you with his own unique rare weapon. But the bobblehead is actually there, so while you're getting this magazine, you may as well pick the bobblehead up. But you'll see on the floor, just behind where I am now, Outstandingly Awesome Tales Part 2 is just there. So go ahead and pick that up, and this one will actually give you damage resistance to poison. So gain 5% poison resistance, which is very handy as well for all those poisonous things out in the wasteland. So yeah, that is episode number 2. On to number 3 then. This one is at the Coast Guard Pier, which is this was quite an easy one, really, to be fair, but there is the Coast Guard Pier. You can see right there on the map, right by the river. Now, the first thing you want to do is get a key. You've got to loot this off a body, and the key is actually over in this ship over here. So this crashed helicopter. So come in here and then loot this body here, or this footlocker, sorry, and grab the key from there. And then you're just going to head to the building right in front of you, the big derelict building, and we're going to be opening like a little cell up, and the magazine will actually be in there. So there is the cell in question. Open that up using the key, and the Outstandingly Awesome Tales number 3 is on the toilet, and this one will do 5% damage with scoped weapons. So extra 5% damage with scoped weapons. That's handy for me. I usually oversee as Guardian, as you can see. So there you go. That is a nice boost for me, and that is where issue number 3 right is. So on to issue 4 then, and we're headed right here again into Boston, and we're going to be going for Trinity Church, which is in Trinity Plaza. So fast travel here and you'll see the church. It's quite close to all of the Boston areas once again. There it is from Sanctuary. So while you're in the Boston area, you don't have to necessarily do it in the order I'm doing it right here. But yeah, head into the church anyway, and then it's pretty much on the other side of the church as you come in. So you'll see where the altar area is right there. That is where you want to be. You'll need to clear a couple of raiders out and things like that from this area. But basically head up the stairs on the left hand side to the next floor, and then all I do is just drop down here on the right hand side, and yeah, your comic book will be right on the altar. So there is the Astoundingly Awesome Tales number 4. Yes. Now this one will do 5% damage against super mutants, which is very handy. There are a lot of super mutants out there, so yeah, definitely go ahead and pick that one up. So we are heading a bit east from Boston just now to the next area, which is at the East Boston Public School, or whatever you call it. You'll see there are all the Boston buildings right there, so you'll need to actually cross the river, well, cross the water to get to this place. There is Sanctuary, just as a point of reference, and there is the preparatory school. So I like to come into this entrance here. There are a couple of entrances, but this one that I've just come in here is the easiest way, because we need to get to the top floor, and this entrance allows us to go straight up to the middle floor using these stairs right here. Then all you're going to do is just stick to the left hand side and keep going until you spot another set of stairs, which is right in front of me up now. Keep heading up, and we're going to be heading to the other side of where we are now. Now be careful, there are a couple of big holes in the floor up here which you can fall through, so you just got to make your way through all the rooms as quickly as you can without actually falling down them holes. But you'll see another big hole again in a second just there. If you see that one, you're on the right track. You want to come to this building right here behind it. There's a Nuka-Cola machine here, and your Outstandingly Awesome Tales will be on the desk right there. Now this one allows Radaway to heal 5% more radiation damage, which is very handy. We all get radiation damage, and this one will allow 5% better healing. So for number 6, we are at this big plane wreckage right here, which is called Skylines Flight 1981. It's quite close to Sanctuary, this one, so you can see it's east of Sanctuary, quite high up on the map. You'll see this wreckage a mile away as you come across it, but to actually get the magazine, you're going to want to come up this ramp here right at the front of the plane, and we're basically going into the cockpit area, which is up there. But just underneath it, in the toilets, is your Outstandingly Awesome Tales magazine, and this one will allow you to do 5% damage against Mirelurks. So we've had super mutants already. These things are boosting not only healing and stuff like that, but also our damage against enemies. So 5% more damage against Mirelurks, I will take that any day. Issue number 7 is a very easy one. It's actually in the Railroad HQ, so once you get here during the main story mission, you can actually pick this one up very quickly. So actually head into the Railroad headquarters. I will fast travel there now just to show you guys. When you come in, you're going to head straight down and into the main HQ, and it's literally just on your left hand side on this desk over here by this broken terminal and blue crate. Now this one is another weapon buffer. This will do 5% damage with the Cryolator. So we've already had 5% with the alien weapon, and now this will give you 5% extra damage with the Cryolator, which is very easy to steal if you take dog meat to Vault 111 and ask him to find you an item, and he will pick the Cryolator up for you. So there is a local map reference, and that was issue number 7 in the Railroad HQ. So moving on, for issue number 8, you're going to need to come to Vault 114. Now to get that, you've got to go through the Park Street Station, downtown Boston area, head through there, and eventually you'll hit Vault 114. Then when you come here, you will see the Overseer's office right there. You need to head into there after killing a load of triggermen and people like that to release Nick Valentine. That's where you first come across Nick Valentine, and you've got to release him and then follow him, and he will take you to get out of this place. Basically you'll need to kill a load more people. As you can see, there's Nick fighting one there, so I'll go ahead and help him out a little bit right there. But yeah, basically just keep following Nick along, and eventually you're going to come to this area right here. It's pretty close to where you first release Nick, and he'll start opening doors up for you. But you'll see these candles over here on these crates. I'll show you a local map reference so you guys can see exactly where it is. And just by this candle right in front of it is issue number 8 of Outstandingly Awesome Tales. So we're going to go ahead and pick that up, and this will actually give you +5 action points. So your AP will go up by 5 points, which is very handy, especially for VATS and stuff like that. And yeah, there you go. That is the location of number 8. So So number 9 is quite a handy one really, because it allows you to regenerate health. So I'm quite happy to get this one. And this location is at the Boston Mayoral Shelter, directly south of Sanctuary, right down towards the bottom of the map. So to do this, you're going to want to go in a door, but the door needs to be opened by a terminal. The terminal is literally right here in this little guard's post, whatever you want to call it. So go up there first and unlock the door, and that will allow you to get into the actual shelter. Very easy to do, don't need any hacking, it's open. So head into this door right here, and then we're just going to be basically making our way down as far as we can go till we hit an elevator. So it's pretty much just a straight run really. You can't get too lost down here, but head through here, you'll see you can open a door here, and the elevator is just here. So we're going to get into the elevator, and then when we come out, we're just basically going to be looking for a room with a red carpet in it. Now I got slightly lost towards the end, but I turned right instead of turning left. So just keep making your way all the way through these places. It's pretty much a straight run, and as you can see, I turned right there and got a bit lost. You want to just turn left here. This is the room with the red carpet. Look for that. You'll see like a little bar area just there and a fireplace. So what we're going to do is go down the stairs, turn right, and go straight ahead of you into this bedroom, and your magazine will be on this little bedside table over here. So like I said, this is a handy one because you can regenerate 1 point of health per minute. So that's pretty good. If you're down on health, you don't want to use too many stim packs. Just stay in a safe area, and 1 point of health doesn't sound too much, but if you AFK for a little bit, it probably fill up quite quickly. So yeah, there you go. That is the number 9 Outstandingly Awesome Tales. Get your hazmat suits out for number 10, because we're heading to the Sentinel site, which is at the very outskirts of the map, right at the bottom just there. You'll see the crater of atom just there. It's a diagonal from there. Really far away from Sanctuary here. It's such a highly radiated zone as well. You will take radiation damage, so like I said, grab your hazmat suit or plenty of Radex and Radaway. But once you get into this place, you're just going to go to the left hand side and down a couple of sets of stairs till you see this door with the red button. Push the red button, that will open the door. Head in there and then head up to the next set of stairs. It's directly underneath these stairs, just here, by this little operating station, and the magazine will be laid here, right there. So this one will allow you to gain 5% radiation resistance. So quite handy, that one. Could have done with that before we actually came to this area, but it's quite funny that in such a highly radiated area, that magazine is sat right there. So once again, that is at the Sentinel site. For issue number 12, we are heading here to Outpost Zimonja, very close to Sanctuary. If you run east, you will eventually come across this place right here, very top of the map. Like I said, there it is, and Sanctuary is just slightly to your left, as you can see right now, very close to 10 Pines Bluff and the disposal site, that area. But basically, you're going to head to this really small compound. All you've got to do is open this little door to get in. There's quite a lot of raiders in this little area, so be careful there. But on this workbench right here, right in front of you, is your next issue of the Outstandingly Awesome Tales, and this one will allow you to do plus 5% damage at night. So the later it gets, the more chance you are of getting the 5% damage bonus. I'm not exactly sure exactly what time it has to be, but I'm probably guessing it's going to be something like 6-7 o'clock in the game. Once it starts getting dark, you'll get an extra 5% damage from that, so that one's pretty handy. For issue number 12, we're going to be heading to the Institute. So you've got to get to that point in the story, but when you fast travel here, you'll come to this little main area. You want to be heading for the food and drink sign, the orange sign. Head through there, make your way to the very top of these stairs. Just keep going round and round and round until you get to the very top. Once you're up there, head to this room right in the centre, and then to the left hand side as you go through the room is the balcony area, which will overlook the plaza where you've just come up. But on the balcony area, on the table, is your magazine, and this will allow your canine companion to permanently take 10% less damage. Which is quite strange really, because it doesn't matter how much damage they take really. I mean, dog meat's never going to die, so I don't know why that one's quite handy, but someone could probably tell me that one down in the comments. But once again, that is at the Institute, and there is a local map reference, just so you guys can see exactly where I was there. For issue number 13, once again, you're going to need your radiation suit or plenty of Radex and Radaway, because we are at the crater of the atom. which is a highly radiated zone, once again at the very bottom left of the map, directly south of Sanctuary. And yeah, while we're here, we're going to be looking for a little two-story wooden shack. So that's the centre where you fast travel in, and you can come up here. You'll see the floor leading to it, but it's that building right there. You just want to go up the stairs, and then directly to your left on a table is your issue of Astoundingly Awesome Tales, and this one will allow you to do 5% damage against ghouls. So yeah, there you go, nice and easy this one, very quick to get to. Just run straight to that two-story shack, and it's right there. And now finally on to our last issue. We are at Dunwich Borers, which is a massive quarry very close to the town of Salem, right next to Hugo's Hole, where you get the hazmat suit from. Yeah, there you go, there's a couple of map references there so you can see exactly where it is. But basically this thing's a huge quarry, full of raiders and bandits, or whatever you want to call them, gunmen. You've got to take all them out, and then eventually you're going to hit the very bottom of the hole, and you'll see right here on the local map reference, just going to come into the actual main part of the quarry, and you'll eventually come across this huge crater down here where you can make your way down it with all these steps. And basically you just want to go to the very bottom of this place right here, and your magazine is down there. There's a couple of legendary enemies I encountered around here as well, so make sure you keep an eye out for them. But basically at the very bottom, if you turn back on yourself, your magazine will be sat right here on this armour workbench, and yeah, that is the last one to pick up. So we'll go ahead and pick this one up, and this one will allow you to take 5% less damage from robots. And yeah, that is it. That is where all 14 issues are. Quite a lot in this one, really. 14 is a mega amount, but we got them all anyway. So I really hope this helps, guys. Really hope you enjoy this, and if you don't know exactly where these places are, just go back and just pause the video, just have a good look, and find out exactly where they are. Be sure to check out a link in the description as well to the playlist for the rest of the magazine location guides. I'm going to cover every single one in guides like this, so if you want to find any more, be sure to check that out. But for now, thank you for watching everyone, and I will see you in the next one.